Hey everybody, I'm trying to create my account for the auction. Hello everyone and welcome to a special live stream to open up the preview. Or no, is the auction goes live now, right, Stephen?
It is open. It is open right
Okay,
now.
the auction is open for our upcoming event, our Diz Family Reunion event, to raise money for Give Kids the World. I'm your host, Pete Warner, joined by my producer, Mr. Craig Williams,
No, hoi hoi.
and of course, our good friend from Give Kids the World, Mr. Stephen Amos.
Hello.
And very, very, very excited about this. I think, Stephen, you will agree that this is the biggest auction we've ever done.
Yeah, in quantity of items, and I think the rarity of items that we have.
Yeah, there's a lot, folks, a lot of amazing items in this auction. And for starters, if you want to check it out, get and create your account and get started, you head over to gktw.org, as in givekidstheworld.org, slash disfam auction, DISFAM auction. And you can create your account so you can start bidding on some of the incredible items. I'm also very, very excited. There's two things I really want to highlight at the beginning of this. Number one is we've been getting a lot of questions over the months about whether or not we were going to do a podcast cruise. And I am very happy to be able to announce that we are going to be doing a podcast cruise on the Disney Dream May 16th through the 20th of 2022. Now, we are not accepting bookings just yet. We will be accepting bookings starting next week, but we are raffling off, I should say, a veranda stateroom on the podcast cruise as part of this auction. So you have a chance to win. Now, we have no other announcements about events or special guests or anything like that. We're not there yet. We've been able to secure a fairly decent block of rooms on this sailing May 16th through the 20th on the Disney Dream. So we're really, really, really excited about that. I also want to highlight another incredible opportunity that we have for a raffle that has been donated by Sean Falk personally. He is donating an Adventures by Disney backstage magic trip, including Stephen, he's including $500 toward airfare and a $500 Disney gift card along with it. Incredibly generous donation by Sean. That'll be another one of the items you will be able to purchase raffle tickets for in this auction. So, I mean, a couple of really, really big items, but certainly not all we have. Stephen, why don't you talk about some of the items that you're excited about?
Yeah. So there's a couple different categories of items here. So we have the classic tangible items. So I do want to showcase just a couple of them. We showed a lot of fun ones last time, but while we were going through some things that were mailed to us, collateral was a big thing that we're posting this time around. And I think one of my favorite pieces are, and I couldn't get them all out of the boxes because we're already packed up and ready to go to the Contemporary, but somebody went to the World's Fair back in 1964, and they took all of the collateral from the maps to VIP guides to everything that was talking about Walt's installations at the event. And it's in pretty pristine condition. And there's even things like sheet music from Small World that was available for distribution at the event. And that's in the auction right now. And what I love about this item, it's marked up in one place on it. It's on the back side. The person actually wrote May 9th, 1964. So it's a cool legacy piece there. So a lot of fun history there. And
I know at least one person that is going to spend all his money. Kevin Close. He's a huge fan of the '64 World's Fair.
Oh.
So I have a feeling that he's going to be he's going to be interested in that.
Well, Kevin, I also have glassware from that event too. There's a 4 cup set from the 1964 World's Fair that's in the auction right now too.
Wow.
A little bit throwback item, some framed. One of the books for the A through E books. So just incredible that someone kept it and framed it for that. So it's just a good collector's piece if you're trying to display an item just like that. Um, One more really cool throwback item. So this auction more than ever books and rare books. And I pulled out one of them for this because I want to read just in this one book itself. It is autographed by Frank Thomas, Ollie Johnson, Ward Kimball, Joe Brandt, Mark
Oh my
Davis,
God.
Bill Justice, and Ken O'Connor. And we had this incredible collection that was donated to Give Kids the World back last September. And it's just, and there's even the original cells in here, but I just want to, you can see in the book all of the signature from the artist in there. So it's a lot of signed books just like that in
God.
pristine condition. And a lot of them are still shrink wrapped. So those are, what's I love about this auction is it's in person. So for me, the idea that there's it's an entire ballroom similar to what we did back in 2019. It's, even if you're not buying a lot or buying anything, it's going to be fun to see just a lot of this memorabilia and this history there. For our Star Wars fans, I got a bunch of retro things. So this is what from 1977. So the original thermos from when the movie came out.
Oh my God.
All of the original toothbrushes of all the characters from the movies are packed in here too. And then for pin collectors, I think we have 200 items up right now, but I pulled out, a lot of, it's a hybrid of, a bunch of Star Wars weekends, pins still on cards. And then this is, we're going over to autographs for a second. I pulled this one out specifically because this one was already in the auction for the last couple of months, but Ed's autograph. So that's, that'll be a really
Ed
cool
Asner,
collection. Yeah, Ed Asner.
and of
So,
course, unless you've been living under a rock, Ed Asner passed away a few days ago. So not going to be making any more of those. So
yeah.
don't,
And
don't
then,
laugh at me. What, too soon? Too soon. I'm sorry.
well, he's passed away, so yes. We movie scripts were a really popular item last time around, so I pulled out a couple of them that are up in the auction. So, John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever script, Ron Howard signed Solo, Star Wars movie
Oh,
script.
wow.
And if you're a Star Wars fan, continuation. We had this one last time. So, last one that I have is Force Awakens by J.J. Abrams, autographed.
Wow.
And Keegan Michael Key from Toy Story 4. That's a fun one. So it's we have a bunch of the autographs column is always huge because those people are just so supportive. Typically those people will charge for autographs at events, and whenever they're doing something for us, they always go, can I sign 20 more items for you? So this is for the Funko lovers in the world. We got Jafar and Aladdin's autograph both on the same one.
Oh,
So
wow.
So the whole Aladdin cast has been incredibly generous to us over the years. These are some of the items that I've donated. The original press kit. Did you sail on the Disney Fantasy sailing or the party up in New York, Pete?
Yeah. No, not in
So
New.
this
No, I was there for the one in New York. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
it might have been your meet there back then when I was at Disney. This was the original invite, so I'm not going to open up because I don't want to break the seals on it. But this was the invite that we sent for everybody to go up to the New York City event. And then I think if you did a keyword search for Splash Mountain, probably 30 or 40, if not 50 items. But again, one of my favorite ones, unopened still, is the Splash Mountain Sorry board game. And I didn't bring them all out this time around like last time. But
Yeah,
again,
well,
we have
that's apropos because I think Disney's pretty sorry about Splash Mountain right now. So
But we have all of the Disney Vacation Club games like we showed last time. So we have the Monopoly, the Scrabble, the Game of Life, the Jenga. So all of those will be for auction. They're up for sale right now. And, a couple more small things, of course, a bunch of current media things. So the grand opening of Toy Story Land. We have the Magic Band for the opening cast for Rise of the Resistance and Pandora items. So a lot of retro things, a lot of contemporary. This one is, to me, a beauty. It's a Castle music box. But the logos on the side are for the individual parks, and they'll play a different tune based off the park that you turn it on, which I think is incredible.
Oh
Um,
my God.
and then,
How much is this? How much is this event going to cost me?
well,
Honestly, how much is this? Oh my God. I hate when we do these things. I really do. Because everything he's holding up, I'm like, oh my God, I got to have that.
well, you got to stop telling me what you like. Also, then we won't look for it as much. There are some things that are also not in mint
Oh,
condition.
so this is what you're going for here. You're not really talking to the wide audience. You're talking to me.
Is there other people in this chat? Oh my gosh. So this is again, even though the handle's broken, I want to include like original lunch boxes from like Disneyland. This is a weird auction where I think I have like 20 donated lunch boxes, but it's a lot of 1930s, 40s, 50s toys. It's the only time I've ever had an estate donated to this one of a person who collected things from that time frame. So that's not one of those things that it's going to be in this auction, and I would be hard pressed to find the quantity of those type of items available for the next one. And Pete, this is one of I don't know if they're even watching right now, but I want them to see this. One of your viewers and listeners donated this piece of art. It's glass of the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars: Galaxy's Edge. So for me, that's just a beautiful, stunning piece. Very contemporary art for someone who likes that. That's my show and tell. Almost everything else is packed on a truck. The auction is open today, and it's open to the public starting a week from yesterday. So
I'm literally sitting here. I'm literally sitting here signing up my account right now. So talk amongst yourselves, because I got to get in on some of this stuff.
Well, what I'll tell you is, though, for anybody who's coming to Disfam Reunion, this auction is going to run from, it's open at 9 a.m. each day. The hall will stay open until 8 p.m., Thursday and Friday. The auction itself ends at 4 p.m. on Friday. It gives you the opportunity that if you did come to the event, that you can come pick up your item, and so you don't have to incur a shipping and handling charge with it. If you do win the item and you are remote, it's going to be like what we did last year for the Labor Day live show. We will bring it back to the village. We'll find out what the exact pricing is. We don't mark up that kind of stuff, and then we'll ship it to you, as fast as we can. But so this auction is open for anybody who's attending and versus also who's at home who just can't make the event for us. We will work with international people. That just be aware that the shipping and handling costs might be way more than what a domestic one would be, but give us a little time and we'll work on getting those international packages out.
But we need to make sure we are being clear with the raffle items.
Yeah.
Those are available only to U.S. residents. That is not our policy. That is the law internationally. They require that. We just have to honor it.
Want to pick up your item on Saturday. So if you're local to Orlando, or you just weren't at the last panel of the day and you already left, we'll have a drive-through option for you at the Porta Cashier at the Contemporary, and you can come grab your item in the morning. It's from 9 a.m. to noon, so just gives you 2 windows of time, morning and nights, as well as a weekend day for you to come get those items from us. But then we got to pack up at noon because we got the big party that night at 10 p.m.
Oh, and I guess there's something else we need to announce, right? The lunch with Pat Sajak, my mom, and I on the 10th, right? That's the 10th?
Yes, it is on the 10th at California Grill at 11 o'clock in the morning. So we found out the winner. It is a woman named Jessie, and she is from South Dakota. So we gave her a call this morning. She accepted. So we're making those travel arrangements for her to come down to the event. And she was very excited. And I think initially she didn't believe me. But with some convincing from a 407 phone number and some personal information, I was able to let her know that
But you had to give her like your social security number or something? I mean,
yeah, I bought that off the block. Yeah. So then, again, with that raise for the village, though, just shy of $20,000 was already kicked off, and that chance to win just to have lunch. So we're optimistic that the cruise itself and this ABD, as well as the 1,500 items, is just going to catapult the amount of wishes that we're going to be able to fulfill because of this event.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. We've got a lot planned. Of course, our marathon show on the 10th. This marathon show is, what do we say, 8 hours this year?
6.
6 hours. 6 hours. Just because of everything going on, and We weren't able to do a full 12 hours, but maybe if you're nice, I'll plan something in the next couple of months. Do
You talking to
something.
me?
I'm talking to the audience. Plan something in the next couple of months. But I mean, normally we like to do a 12-hour show, but that's not going to be possible with this event. So it's going to be 6 hours, but we've got a lot of cool stuff planned for it. Really excited about that. And of course, the party at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Stephen.
And I'll be able to dive in because there's a lot of questions about just the party itself. So we finally finalized a lot of those details with Walt Disney World, just because these type of things aren't as frequent at Galaxy's Edge. So just to give a little bit of a rundown, everybody got an email about how to get to the event. So there's existing transportation that'll get any resort guests to the event, and then we have rented Mears motor coaches, and then we'll provide you transportation back to your hotel at the end of the event. Parking lot at Hollywood Studios is free if you're driving into town. Of course, you can take Uber and Lyft for drop-offs. If you are in the park for the day, or you arrive just a little bit before 10 o'clock, we're going to hold you in Pizza Rizzo, so you just be a little bit closer to the event. Your ticket's already been checked. You're already in the park, so it's a little bit more of a seamless experience. The first batch of everybody who goes in, there's a boarding pass for every single guest when you walk in, probably over to the first hour. We just want to make sure that everybody gets on the attraction one time, and that you don't spend the entire party waiting in a queue for the first. But as soon as we finish all the boarding passes, then actually in a rare situation, the queue will just be open generally. So you can walk in for a second pass, third pass, whatever that they're offering for the night. So we're hoping that the gods of attractions are in our favor, that everything runs smoothly that night.
Well,
So
we'll see, right? But still, we're going to have a great time. I'm really, really, really looking forward.
a lot of food. I mean, there's a dessert buffet out there, and it's all themed food. So it's not an after-hours party where we're going to hand you a Mickey bar and a soda. It is a menu of items that I don't 100% fully understand what they are because they're so well themed in the name. But they sound delicious. Milk stand is included, that they said, so that was news to us. And then Savi's and Oga's is open. It's walk-ins at the party. So, and then same character interactions that you see on a day-to-day basis, you'll see at this event also.
That should be a lot of fun. Well, the whole event should be a lot of fun.
Hey,
yeah.
Stephen, for anyone who's coming or wants to follow along with the event, is there an official hashtag that's being used for it that you can add to your photos or posts about it?
Yeah, I would just do hashtag DisFamReunion. And that's where, we have a Facebook page. It's still relatively a baby because it started a couple months ago, but we'll be posting some content on there. And then, the Diz channels, I assume any good highlight moments that we're able to capture will be distributed on the social media channels, both there and Give Kids the World.
Yeah.
We got some fun surprises at the event. I mean, we haven't announced fully everything, so, there are still things to come.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited about everything, what we're doing with this auction. I'm trying to pay attention to you, but I'm sorry, I got to look at this stuff. There is some amazing items up for auction in this event.
Yeah, the toys, figurines, plush, and snow globe one. It's a big hodgepodge, but what I love about that is we had this incredible donor that came in a couple months ago and gave 40 snow globes. And you have to understand the scale of these. Some of these are our foot. These are big snow globes. Very, the art on them is incredible. But in that section, you'll find all those retro toys that I was talking about. But I'm a sucker for collateral things like that. It's just fun looking. I try to bundle them in pods of things like opening day, closing day, like Disney Quest things. The 30th and 35th anniversary maps.
Oh my God, this Spaceship Earth with the 2000, the Mickey wand and 2000 snow globe. Oh my God, that looks incredible.
There is a Seven Dwarfs chocolate set. I don't encourage you to try it. I couldn't find on the packaging how old it truly was. But there's things like someone sent in an entire Eastern Airlines partnership kit from when Disney was partnered with them. So the original.
Okay, well, if you need to bid on chocolate, then it's time to talk to somebody. If you need to bid on chocolate to eat it. It's time to take a look at where your life is. But if as a collectible, then you're fine. Then you're fine.
I was excited when we got a Tronorail, the toy set that they made for when they had that monorail going around the parks. So it's still in the original box for that one. It's just we just got this in last week, and we got it in the auction in time. It was the again. I hate to go back to collateral, but it's the opening press kit.
Oh my god! I'm looking at the Tronorail. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, you really, and I got a week to.
And you're doing your live show in front of all the items too, which is the worst part for you. You're gonna have to stare at them all.
Oh. Well.
So the again, what I was gonna say is the press kit from 1992 from the opening of Splash Mountain. In the original envelope, all the press releases, all the collateral, meal tickets, everything is 100% intact from when the attraction opened up. So, for a souvenir sake, it's in mint condition. It's like someone got it, didn't even touch the paper, and put it in storage for 30 years.
Oh my gosh. Now, I mean, again, we've done a lot of these auctions. This is by far the biggest one. And as Stephen mentioned, in terms of in terms of the items, some really incredible items that we've never seen before. And considering how some of our auctions have been, that's saying something. And just a reminder to everyone, 100% of this money goes to Give Kids the World. That's why we do this. And, I was really happy last year we were able to cross that $1 million threshold in terms of the money we've raised so far for Give Kids the World. I'm not going to say what I'm hoping we raise on this auction.
I mean, what else? The clothing sections, we kind of touched on it last time. Some of those rare jackets that we were starting to get collections of. So, I think we showed off the WDI Project Team Spaceship Earth jacket. One of them, it's a female jacket, but it's the original cast and crew who drew Frozen. There's a jacket for those people in there. There is an opening team jacket from Splash Mountain in that one also. But it's any of the apparel in there. There's a reason why we put it in the auction. So stunt car driver from MGM Studios, opening team of Hong Kong and Shanghai, and Celebrate a Dream Come True parade opening team jacket, and shades of green shirts. It's just we didn't put a random shirt that you could buy off the shelves. It had to be something limited edition. But if you're looking for Sketcher wheelies, we had a donor give us. We have 4 of them up right now, but from the Broadway show of Little Mermaid, they moved around on Sketcher wheelies. So we actually have the original shoes from the cast. So Ariel and Prince Eric and King Triton, the Broadway shoes are actually on there, which is weird and awesome all at the same time.
Yeah, I'm trying to gauge how I feel about it.
Yeah, what size shoes do you wear, Pete? Yeah, you can try them on there and see if you can roll around.
Yeah, no, I don't wear other people's shoes.
And I'd say this is they did recarpet the Contemporary this week, so it is the softest carpet in the world. No one will be able to wheel around that place. So.
Well, now you've created a challenge for these people.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, lots of great stuff. So again, you see it there on your screen, gktw.org/DizFamAuction. You can sign up. We can start bidding, right, Stephen?
Oh, there's a bunch of bids already in right now.
Excellent. So you can start your bidding, and this will run until Friday. What time did you say, 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock on Friday. So the halfway point of the show. So we'll be able to talk about it, and then we'll be able to celebrate some wins also.
Oh, so I got to spend part of the show running up the bids, right?
That's the end. That's the strategy.
So I have to make sure I have a little time, a little time to myself. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting there hosting a show like I'm doing right now, like buried in, sniping to get the products I want. I get very competitive with this stuff. But
you'll have a 3-hour window where the auction will be over, where you can either be sad or happy that you won something.
Well, look, I'm always happy that we raise this money for you guys. And folks, if you're attending the event with us, you see Stephen, please thank him. Thank him for the unbelievable. You really have no idea the amount of work Stephen and his team have done to make this event happen. And it's because this is far bigger than anything we've done. This is far bigger than anything like, our team has done. And it's, I'm privy to hearing, Stephen tell me about this happened and that happened, and we had to do this to do this and to do this. You have no earthly idea what kind of effort has gone into this. And so if you see Stephen at the event, when you see Stephen at the event, please make a point of saying thank you, of letting him know how much you appreciate his work.
Well, I appreciate that. And this event, I think, it started off really small. And then I think you and I had that similar trait of like, how big can this thing go? I think that's the mentality we've taken. We've learned so many things from this year that, there will be a year 2 of this event, and there are so many things that we've learned this year that are going to be successes for next year. The funny part about it right now is there's a whole bunch of other celebrities out there in the last couple months who have reached out to us now saying, next time you do this, can you call me? For no charge. So it's an event that it's rare for one of these Comic-Con type of events to be for a charity. We will not share it until next year, but the list of people that have confirmed for a year 2 of this event, it's incredible.
And, one of the things that has surprised me, frankly, has been the incredible generosity of the celebrities who are attending. I'm not going to go into any details or specifics, but suffice it to say, there's a lot of good in the world. There's a lot of good in the world, and there's a lot of good hearts in the world, willing to really donate of themselves and of their time. And especially when we're talking about the celebrities we're talking about, their time's pretty valuable. And they're willing to come and do this just to raise money, help raise money for Give Kids the World. Really, it's been enlightening, very enlightening to me, because I wouldn't have expected it.
And we push autographs and photo ops a lot, and it's a fun thing to get, but from a donation standpoint for Give Kids the World, that's a net for us. So if you're, it's sometimes the prices, it's comparable to what they do with other cons, but the flip side is those funds go back to the families, and that's what I love about that, is where that should be a sleeper hit for us at the event, where I with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 people, every single person who is attending the event has carved out time for either autographs or photos. And Pete, I'm going to sidestep for a second, because we didn't talk about this on this show. It's the vendor hall. That's a huge win at this event, and I think that's going to be one of those sleeper hits for us too. Is that we announced that we're going to have a vendor hall, and we didn't know how much space to put for it, so we sold we had 10 by 10 spaces. We had 26 available, and all 26 went like that. So from artists to toy, the pop Funko dealers to Pete has a couple of different booths there for the things that you work on. But I think one of my favorite ones, it's Wish Kid Kellen. He actually talked at our gala in 2019, and he was actually pretty instrumental in our WWE NXT Night of a Million Lights house. But he asked if he could commission a lot of his own original artwork for the event, and wow. He actually gave him a booth. So I think as of right now, he showed us he has 25 pieces of art that he drew on behalf of the village. All the money going back to the village because of what his Wish experience was like there. But there's going to be an opportunity. It's not on the schedule, but if you come to the opening event, you're gonna see some really cool things at that one. And we'd love it if you guys came by at the vendor hall and just said hi to Kellen. A young kid, but his heart is incredible. He's gone through hell and back. But again, just super optimistic. But we're excited that he's one of our 26 vendors, because that's one of those things. But it's a mission-based convention for us, so we don't want to lose any of those type of roots that we have.
Yep, it's going to be awesome. Got a lot of stuff, and Stephen is saying there are some surprises that I'm guessing I don't know about either, do I?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like even my own team, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't tell you, but that's the thing, and it's happening, and we got a plan for that.
Okay.
And that's the concert series that we're doing both nights. I That's where we hired some tech people, in the last month. Then they looked at my schedule for Yeehaw Bob and Off Kilter and American Martian and Sergio and Servo Amusement from Stacking Chairs over in France, and they're like, that's insane of a production schedule that you really should have talked to somebody before you announced that publicly, because it's kind of impossible. So we are moving mountains to make sure that every one of those acts, so Yeehaw Bob, American Martian, Off Kilter, they all are going to do a full 45-minute set while they're there. And then Sergio, he's just going to be blowing his whistle and doing pop-up sets and having a lot of fun, just like the show he did over in Italy. So that night, what's fun about that one is especially for locals who can't come to the event on Thursdays or Fridays, we have a specific ticket just for the concerts that night. It's $24.99. It's the cheapest ticket in town, where you can come out and see those live shows either on Thursday or it's the same price on Friday. And Friday is the reunion of the Mickey Mouse Club from the 30th anniversary group, from the all new one. And they have, Lindsay Alley is going to be doing a show out there. Then the whole group's getting together, and then the band The Party will be performing. So a lot of cool things within the Mickey Mouse Club on the Friday night concert.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much going on. There's so much going on, and I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited. We're finally getting to do this.
Yeah,
We're finally getting to do this, and
you and I both.
these events are like I said, this is on a whole nother level from what we normally do. So, and I love the events we've done in the past. So I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. If you're not able to make it, we will be doing some live streams from like the auction floor and around the event. But so stay tuned to this channel. Go ahead and subscribe right now if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when we go out live. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this. Really, really, really excited. So thank you, Stephen. And we'll see those of you who are coming. We'll see you next week, and those of you who aren't coming, maybe we'll see you next week too. So that'll do it. Thanks, everybody.